In the heart of the countryside, the sun rose gently over a cozy burrow, home to a lively family of rabbits. It was a perfect spring morning, and Peter Rabbit stretched his little paws, ready for a new day. Before the day could begin, Mother Rabbit knelt down, her voice firm yet loving. "Now, my dears," she said, "you may hop through the fields, but stay far away from Mr. McGregor's garden. Remember what happened to your poor father." Peter's ears twitched, but his curious heart was already racing. While his sisters Flopsy, Mopsy, and little Cottontail gathered blackberries nearby, Peter's gaze wandered. Beyond the meadow, just over a small hill, lay the lush green rows of Mr. McGregor's garden, bursting with carrots, lettuces, and cabbages. Peter slipped through a gap in the wooden gate and tiptoed into the forbidden garden. The scent of fresh vegetables filled the air. Before him stretched rows of crisp lettuces, shiny radishes, and bright orange carrots. His heart thumped with excitement. He had done it. He was inside Mr. McGregor's garden. Rows of vegetables surrounded him, and Peter couldn't resist. He tugged a carrot free and took a giant bite, his whiskers twitching with delight. For a moment, Peter forgot all about danger. Suddenly, snap! A twig cracked behind him. Peter froze, a carrot halfway to his mouth. A long shadow stretched across the rows, and a deep voice rumbled, "Gotcha now!" It was Mr. McGregor. With a squeak, Peter darted between the rows, his tiny feet scattering soil. Mr. McGregor thundered after him, waving a rake high in the air. Peter leapt over vegetables, dodged flower pots, and dove into an old watering can, trembling. He peeked out, surrounded by towering cabbages and flowers that turned the garden into a confusing maze. Heart-pounding, Peter crept along the rows, searching desperately for the garden gate. Hope flickered in his chest when he spotted it in the distance. But just as he reached the fence, his little blue jacket caught on the wire. Peter tugged and wriggled, panic rising as Mr. McGregor's footsteps drew closer. With one final twist, Peter slipped free and sprinted toward the gate. He leapt into the meadow, the cool air rushing past his fur as he left the garden behind. Peter collapsed in the soft grass, panting hard but smiling wide. The sun warmed his fur, and he clutched a single carrot, his prize and his reminder. As the sky turned golden, Peter trudged home, his ears drooping with exhaustion. The adventure had been thrilling, but it had also taught him a lesson. When he arrived, Mother Rabbit opened her arms. Peter fell into her hug, and his sisters gathered close. Love and forgiveness filled the burrow, warming Peter's heart. That night, Peter sat quietly on his little bed, gazing out at the twinkling stars. He thought of the chase, the fear, and his mother's warning. He had learned more than he ever expected. Mother Rabbit gently placed a warm cup of chamomile tea beside him. Peter's heart swelled with comfort. He was home, safe, and loved. The next morning, Peter animatedly told his sisters about his wild adventure. Their eyes grew wide with excitement and a touch of worry hanging on his every word. Later that day, the siblings hopped to the garden gate, peeking out at the lush vegetables. But this time, they stayed behind the fence, wiser and more cautious. As the sun rose again, Peter stepped into the morning light, his heart full of hope and new understanding. Adventure would always call, but he now knew the value of care. The meadow rang with laughter as the siblings played hopscotch outside their burrow, their worries gone, replaced by the simple joy of play. When the others scampered off, Peter lingered under a tree, watching the clouds drift. He thought about bravery, foolishness, and the love of his family. Mother Rabbit sat beside him, her soft paw on his shoulder. "I worry because I love you," she said gently. Peter snuggled closer, feeling her warmth. He looked up, determination in his eyes. He would try, truly try, to be a wiser rabbit from now on. With a happy leap, Peter ran to join his sisters. They played together in the sunlit meadow, laughter floating through the spring air. The sun dipped low, painting the sky with strokes of orange and violet. Inside the burrow, the family gathered around a cozy table. Warm light flickered on their fur as they shared vegetables and stories of the day. Later, Mother Rabbit gathered her children close, her voice soft and soothing. She spun tales of clever rabbits and gentle adventures, filling their dreams with wonder. One by one, she kissed each forehead. "Good night, my darlings," she whispered. In the quiet burrow, the rabbit family slept peacefully, hearts full and safe. The night embraced them, and all was well in their little corner of the world.